The first part is the highlight. And as we all know that fellowships, membership is the most important thing for all our fellowships. So when it was between 21 to 23, we actually lost a lot of members because COVID hit all over the world, and we had more than 1,100 members. But then due to illness, due to death of partners, due to expense and traveling being difficult, we lost many members. And when you lose members to gain the membership, members joining the fellowship, it takes a fair bit of time, effort, and we all understand that. So with lots of promotion, with everybody's hard work, promoting in the club, promoting in the district, in the area, the zone, so various ways that people promoted. So we had actually 327 members increase between 21 to 23, and then we had 613 members increasing between 2023 and till now. So I'll just take the calculation till today because we had one member joining from Wisconsin today. That number just increases. And as of now, we have 941 members, though it's written 940, but today we had one joining, so 941 members as on date. The second part of this highlight is that for the first time, our fellowship was featured in the Rotary Magazine December 2024 issue. So that's something we are all very proud about, because it's been the editor asking that, who should I ask to be interviewed telephonically and through Zoom. So I recommended several people who are in North America, and then we had some members from Australia and myself, so it was a combination of both. And it just makes me so proud that, Rotary Magazine featured our fellowship, and they did it extensively. So then we also had, because I'm part of Zone 8, and my Rotary Club is E-Club of Melbourne, Australia, so Rotary Down Under, there the editor also wanted the fellowship to be featured. So she took in some parts from the December 2024 issue, and then she asked me that she heard about, I do the breakout session most years in the convention, which is Rotary Fellowship's Hidden Gems. And that's one of my favorite topics. And I cover several fellowships, so it's to help Rotarians to know what fellowship is all about, because we still have Rotarians who have no idea what Rotary Fellowships are about. And so it's just to encourage, and then 3 or 4 fellowship chairs, to give an example, Gin Fellowship, Rotarians on the Internet, Bird Watching Fellowship, Music Fellowship, several fellowships. They would be represented by their chair, and they would speak on their fellowship through one slide, and then members would ask lots of questions. So the editor of Rotary Down Under asked me that I should write a 1,000 words article on that, and I did that. So that's also a first, that Rotary Down Under featured that article. So that's been one of the highlights. The other is that we have all the vice presidents in place, because getting the vice president is a little bit difficult, but as on date we have all the vice presidents in place. And I actually did one thing that was to ask members, whether new ones or whether the members who had been here for a long time, that what ITHF means to them. So I got really wonderful responses, and sometimes it would be more than 5 people giving in their what ITHF means to them, and sometimes it would be less than 5. But in spite of that, I really got good responses, and every month I would feature the photographs and the name, and just give the quotes to say what ITHF means to them. So that had been published in the website. we also had a photography competition. So to give you an example why that happened, because I'm part of the photography fellowship and currently I'm the chair. So the editor of Rotary magazine had asked that we, three of us and myself, four of us, we select photos that are submitted to Rotary magazine from all over the world, and we select the best photos and they would be awarded. So four of us, we actually belonging to the photography fellowship, we actually chose out of 300 selected photos, and those 300 were selected by the staff, RI staff. So we were told to select the best ones from those photographs, selected photos. And it was really hard, you know, because it wasn't restricted to Rotary theme, but it was like, you know, different aspects. It was covering the avenues of service, and it was just in nature what you would like to do. And why did we select the photos? What aspect of the photos did we like? So we did that. Then with the success of that, it was, I thought about it, that why don't I ask our members to give some wonderful photos from their travel. And the travel could be recent ones or past travels, it didn't matter. And we had really wonderful responses. So from that, again, I selected a group of people who chose, and they are all professional photographers amongst us. And so they chose the best ones. So that was something that we did for the first time. And the next thing is this, the virtual travel. Now the virtual travel has been very, very successful. So during COVID, post-COVID, here we have Doug Vincent, our past district governor. So he came up with this idea that, you know, we can keep the members engaged, that, you know, if we do the virtual travel. And initially it was just every month we would be having countries covered, and people had a lot of questions to ask, and it would be different aspects of travel. Then, you know, of course, when people started traveling a lot, then, you know, that's been reduced, and now it's not every month, but maybe once in 3 months or once in 4 months. And one of the most popular is cocktail and coffee. So like, you know, some part of the world it would be cocktail hours, some part of the world it would be coffee hours. So we would just exchange on our travel stories, and that was like, you know, over cocktail and coffee. So that's something very popular. So we've been doing that, and I thank Likia a lot for promoting this in a big way. And we've had a lot of members joining because of the virtual travel. So thank you so much, Likia. And then the pre and the post convention tours. So we've always had the pre and the post convention tours. And then we found out that, you know, the numbers were really not big numbers. So looking into that, our tour committee chair, Sheila Hart, she and her committee decided that we would just to have post-convention. So next year in Taiwan, after the Taipei convention is over, we have for 4 nights, 5 days, a beautiful tour planned, and it would cover different parts of Taiwan. And Taiwan being a small country, it's not difficult to do that. So that will be post-Taipei. But this year here in Calgary, we've had a pre-convention, and we are going to have a post-convention after the convention ends. So that's been a wonderful thing that we have. And we've had mixed feedbacks. I do understand that tours will not be successful at all times. There would be certain parts of the tour which could go well and which could not go well. So I understand that, but we've been having that. And members really look forward to the tours. So now what we have is, in between the year, we have other tours also, like, you know, Steve Yoshida leads a group to Hiroshima and to an island outside Hiroshima in Japan. And then Alonso Campoy, one of our board members, he leads a tour to Brazil, to Ecuador, Peru, and so, you know, that's also very popular. And the Connection e-newsletter is published regularly every month. Sheila Hart, our Connection newsletter editor, invites that every single member could share their travel stories, and, you know, within 250 words and with some good photos. So, you know, it's definitely going to be published, and the thank you that we give to the member who shares is 1 year free membership. So that's something, you know, members do, and I encourage that members do it more, you know, from these, from the convention itself. If you are going for the connections, then please do report it to Sheila. And that's been something really great. The volunteer work in the booth, that is just phenomenal. And we have such a good number here in Calgary. And I'm extremely thankful today when to set up the booth, we had such wonderful volunteers helping and to put up the posters, and it's all done, it looks wonderful. So I'm really thankful to each one of the volunteers who did that. And it was led by our administrator, Shiva Prasad. So we have booths every year, as all of you know. So we had it in Melbourne, Singapore, and booth is a very important part of our fellowship because we get lots of members joining the fellowship when they come down to the booth and they ask a lot of questions. And so that's also another part of the highlight these 2 years. And I just wanted to share 2 photos. The first one is in San Antonio when I was invited to say a few words once I was inducted to the fellowship. And the second one is with a couple from Australia. So that was also in 2001. So that's just 2 photos that I wanted to share with you all. And so this is the highlight. And now I would just like to acknowledge our members for doing such a wonderful job. And it's my